Hey, look around. Spring has sprung, and a lot of us are ready to get outside and start enjoying the backyard again. So to tell us how to turn our patio into a private sanctuary, an oasis from the madness of the world, here from JVI Secret Gardens in Nashville, we are happy to welcome gardening expert Jamie Yost. Jamie, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, you know what? I'm looking at all this dirt. My dogs, they like to eat this kind of dirt, and I don't know why. What is it about?
That means it's good. That means the dirt is good. If your dogs are eating it, that means you've got the good stuff in here.
We got some great dirt at my house.
Yes, that's exactly what you're starting off well. You're starting off well.
All right, I know nothing about plants. I only know that I like fresh tomatoes. So beyond that, teach me something tonight.
You know what? It is okay because I know nothing about being a governor. So we are here to learn from each other. It is completely okay.
There were a lot of people in my state that didn't think I knew anything about it either. So that's very well. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start off. I got you a pair of gloves.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
I'm going to put mine on as well.
All right.
So what I'm doing is we are going to do a kind of a basic recipe / formula
Okay.
on how to create a really pretty mixed planter. And if you use this as kind of a guide formula when you go into your local garden center, and if you have a couple answers to some questions, you'll be able to create a nice little pot like this, and you can put it on your patio, and you'll be all set for the rest of the season.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Ready. I feel so official.
I mean,
so a professional.
Step one of being a gardener, get the good gloves.
There you go.
Okay, so what we're gonna do today is the recipe I mentioned is called Spiller, Filler, Thriller. And it's kind of a formula, like I said. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the thriller.
Okay.
And the thriller is, for me, I've chosen this salvia. For you, I've chosen this mulla mulla.
What? A mulla mulla?
Mulla mulla.
Mulla mulla.
Mulla mulla. And it's got these really pretty soft lavender flowers that kind of remind you of a thistle without the thorns.
Okay.
But you can see it's kind of tall, kind of pretty, and we're going to put those kind of in the back.
Should we take this out?
Yep, take that out.
Just pull it out.
Just pull it right out.
All right, it all came. How about
and
that?
And pop that in the very back of your bowl because that's
Okay.
going to be your height. You're going to have several different layers, but this is going to be your tall height in the back of the bowl.
Got it.
And then you're going to have what we call the filler. And don't let the word filler throw you off. These are some of the most important flowers in the bowl. So what I've got here is I've got some vinca and some suncoleus. And for you, I've got these pretty begonias and these lantana.
There's the name Ruby Begonias.
Ruby begonias. And these flowers are actually going to be great for pollinators. So if you're looking for hummingbirds, these red and the yellow lantana are going to be great for hummingbirds and butterflies as well.
Stick them in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're going to kind of go in the middle. So these are kind of your mid-level plants. They're not super tall. They're not super low. They're going to fill it out and flesh out your pot.
Now, what else am I putting in there? These yellow things?
Yellow things.
What are they called?
That's the lantana.
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 Ah.
So pop all of those in there.
So much.
And you just kind of squish them in together. You don't have to worry about getting them too tight because what they're going to do is they're going to start to fill out over the season. And by the end of the summer, you're going to have this bright, giant, big bouquet of flowers.
A little flower here is dying.
There you go.
Okay, now what do I do?
And then finally, you're going to have what we call the spiller.
Spiller.
So I'm going to add the coleus. And the spiller.
All this stuff over here?
Yeah, just throw it all in there. Cram it in.
Let her rip.
And then one more lantana right there.
Let her rip.
Yeah.
Now, Keith, you're not supposed to eat these.
There you go. You can eat anything if you're brave enough.
I guess so.
And then finally, we've got what we call our spiller. Now, this is called lobellaria, and this is a little white flower that's kind of akin to baby's breath. But what it's going to do is it's going to start to spill over. So now you've got your height up here, you've got your filler down here, and then you've got this spilling over. So this is great if you've got one of those patio, if you've got one of the balcony things that you're hanging over your railing, or if you've got a plant stand and you've got your pot over in the corner.
You just crammed all that stuff in there?
Just cram it all in there. And I'm going to use Creeping Jenny, which is a very common spiller.
What do you call that?
Creeping Jenny.
Creeping Jenny. I dated her in high school. I know her.
Now,
know her.
the fancy name is Liz Macchia, but we're going with Creeping Jenny.
So which one am I sticking in there?
Okay, so you already have the...
I've already got that.
Yep. And so that is the formula right there.
That's it.
Yeah. And like you mentioned, the soil in your yard, your dogs like to eat it. They probably it probably has something like bone meal in it, and that gives nutrients to the plants.
Yeah.
And you get that by getting a good potting soil. So as long as you have a nice bag of potting soil from your local garden center.
Yeah.
I know a couple if you're looking for one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to finish off this pot with this dirt right here.
I got to buy some cheaper dirt that they won't eat. I think that's what I need.
So we're just gonna put that in there. So then what you do is once you get all your plants kind of positioned, you'll just finish it off with a bit of topsoil and kind of make it all nice and even. And then you'll finish it off by giving it a good watering.
Wow, I need to take this out, don't I?
Yeah, take that out.
I thought that'd be a heck of an ice cream spoon right there. Audience, don't you think I did a pretty good job here?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm very impressed. Jamie, thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Now, next time you're going to come back and you're going to plant, we're going to do tomatoes, and you're going to teach me how to make those.
Yeah, and after that, we'll have sandwiches. It'll be great.
I love it. I really do. Hey, if you're in the Nashville area, why don't you drop by and visit JVI Gardens? And if you're anywhere in the world, their website has some real helpful tips on everything from plants to koi ponds. That covers the spectrum. How do you find out? Go to Huckabee.tv. We've got the connections to Jamie and to the gardens.